All right, hey, what's up, everybody? BDF 44 coming at you another video with stuff all over my mouth. Did not know I was looking that crazy, but yeah, just got off the bus. Felt pretty good about going to that side of town. I feel much better, just in general, when I get to go home. Any part of home that I haven't seen in a while, and that being one of them. Sunset, down lower Sunset, Gower Gulch. Even though I didn't want to make a Gower Gulch video, but I didn't realize there was a T-Mobile in there really until I started recording, and I realized I needed the cord and hadn't purchased it yet. But walked in front of the Cinerama Dome, showed y'all all of that, and still showing y'all this very, very messed up thing that still itches pretty good, but not nearly as bad as it did yesterday. But yeah, man, just getting back home now. I'm hungry. I got my little walking exercise for the day, did quite a bit of walking, and I'm telling y'all, all them streets that we walked here today, they felt like they were so much longer when I was a kid. And I think it has something to do with the shape I'm in ultimately. You know, when you're in better shape, it doesn't seem like the streets are as long as they are. When you are, you know, kind of chubby, it's like, oh, I'm lugging a big backpack, and a lot of those times I had like a backpack full of books and lugging around big old weight with no muscle at all. It's like, heck yeah, that was a long walk for a kid who's out of shape, before a guy who's eating better and taking especially good care of himself. I have some short blocks, man. The whole circumference of what I walked wasn't that far for me, and it just seemed like it back in the day. But that's the difference when you take care of yourself versus when you don't. So I encourage everybody to eat and work out and eat good food, or rather eat vegetables and fruits, and try to cut down on sugar and red meat, especially sugar, man. Cut down on sugar for real, man. I saw a really serious still, I guess you could say, it was a TikTok or something, and it was basically them telling us just how bad sugar is in every way. If you got it in your eyes, it's glaucoma. If you got it in your blood, it's diabetes. You know, it's that kind of thing. It's like, whoa, when you consider how much sugar really hurts us when it settles in certain parts of our body, it's really something we should probably limit. And I don't really take in sugar too much, man. Only real sugar I like to mess with nowadays is natural fruit sugar. Natural fruit, bananas, apples, that's how I sweeten everything. If there's any sugar in the meat that you know what I mean? I don't know that they put any sugar. I don't get the honey type of turkey. If they put any sugar in my, what do you call it? Potato salad, maybe it might be a little sugar in there. Other than that, I don't drink the juice drinks that I used to drink, the Ocean Spray and stuff like that. I don't touch soda. You know what I mean? I don't touch lemonade, stuff like that. I don't drink none of that stuff. So my sugar intake is extremely balanced at this point, low, I would say. And I wouldn't have it any other way, man. And stuff still gets sweet. Bananas and apples sweeten anything, man. I don't need no help with that. It's culture that tells me I need to have more sweet than that. I don't need more sweet than that. Apples will do it every time. Bananas make my my oatmeal taste sweet as it wanted to taste. So for me, it's like, the older I get, the more active I want to be, the healthier I want to eat. It's the only way to play it. I don't care what everybody else is doing. Culture, think whatever they want to think. You can do whatever you want to do. Whatever makes you rich, buddy. I don't care. But it's for myself. If the body's going to be working against me, I got to be working for it to balance that out, to give myself the ability to feel good all the days of my life till the body's just too old to do anything. And that's how it's supposed to be. My great-grandmother taught me that. Rest in peace to my great-grandmother Blanche. Of course, we just lost Uncle Vanoy, her son, last week. Rest in peace to him as well. But she taught me how to take care of myself, so that, not necessarily by way of her actions or conversations, but by way of how she lived. I saw how she was able to work in the garden until she was 95, 94 or whatever it was when she passed. She was able to work into the garden in the back area and bend over, touch her toes, and pick things up well into her 90s. And she was sick for only 2 weeks before she passed. She spent a total of being sick for 2 weeks. Like, literally, I don't think she was ever sick before that. Just when it was time to go. That's how I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be like that. Because a lot of stuff we do, we don't know what causes certain cancers. We don't know that the stuff that we do versus what we don't do really causes certain things, or how it does. And for me, as I look at my allergies that I'm picking up, I just have to assume that a lot of them allergies come from the deterioration of doing things the wrong way. I don't know. But one thing I do know is, now that I have an opportunity to do it the right way now, I can't afford to play around because I've already done so much damage already, being so undisciplined in the first half of my life. You know, being so undisciplined all the way through 15 in an exaggerated way, made it so that just want to be healthier now. So this is probably a duplicate video. We've talked about this at least 3 times walking down the street, but that's what comes to mind, man, when I talk about being healthy enough to walk all over my old neighborhood. And it's 20 years later and I feel 20 times better. That's not how that's supposed to go. You know what I mean? People talk about often, oh, I was so much healthier when I was in my 20s. Now, as I reach my 40s and 30s, my body's slowing down. It's the opposite, man. It's literally the opposite. And I'm not saying I'm aging backwards. I'm just treating myself better versus when I was that age, I was treating myself terribly. You know what I mean? So it's like I get to enjoy feeling better now than you know what I mean? And that's something I wouldn't trade in nothing. I wouldn't trade that for nothing in the world, because I spent a good portion of my life eating all that nasty, well, good tasting but bad for me foods. I tried it all. You know, all them places I told you I walked past today, I ate in all of those places, man. And I ate whatever I wanted in those places. So now it's like I get all, shoot, body feels better, looks better, take my shirt off and look good. Man, ain't no way in hell that was the case when I was in the age that all of you guys can say that you looked good. Hell nah. Back then I looked flabby, sick, puffy. No, I ain't gonna spend 40 that way. And it starts with the meals and the discipline of how I want to eat. And it ends with proper rest, proper handling of stress, which I don't know, I got to do a better job of keeping stress out of my life. And then from there, of course, being active, working out, walking more. A lot of people my age, we drive everywhere, we sit in our jobs, stuff like that. As you guys can clearly see, I'm trying to do the opposite of everything that y'all do, really. It ain't getting me too far in terms of my money, but it's everything else. I'm healthier, everything else. And so that's why I like spending my time the way I like to spend it, because I'm outside of culture. I'm outside of the culture. I appreciate some of the things within it, but as far as me doing what Americans do, only what I like that works for me and makes me healthier will I adapt to. The rest of that stuff I will let you guys keep for yourselves, and you will see how it works out for you, not me, man, not me. I don't understand how people can feel their body getting worse and continue to put things in their body to make them worse as they get older. That don't even make no sense to me. I'm gonna drink more now, smoke more now, you know what I mean? Pick up habits, drink coffee more now. Now that I'm in my 40s, almost about to be in my 40s, I'm supposed to do those things now? Hell no. No, this is when we start ramping up the exercise. This is when we start drinking more water. This is when we start eating discipline, because we didn't already had that. I ate all the sugar I wanted to eat. I had every red vine there was to eat. I ate half of the red vine company by myself. I don't need no more sugar, man. I had half the milk duds there was out there being sold. I ate all of them. I don't need no more. All the tacos Taco Bell ever made, I had. I've digested all of that. Now it's time to eat good, man. Healthy wise. Now it's time to do the apple thing, the grapes thing, the romaine lettuce thing. That's where we at with that. And we don't get sick. And that's another thing. So as I told you, that guy in the hostel was coughing up a storm and all that other stuff he was doing with the windows. He didn't want the windows open, but he wanted to cough everywhere so he'd get sick. I woke up the next morning with a sore throat. By the end of the day, I didn't have a sore throat. Like, that's how my body is knocking off sicknesses and colds and COVIDs and stuff like that. I think I've had COVID probably 4 times. And most it ever did to me was make me tired. I've had weeks where I was exhausted and I could feel the difference in my body. I think that was probably the COVID in me. Other than that, man, no. Knocking that stuff off with the habits that we have. Gala apples every day. Praise God, I've been able to get that. I've been able to receive the benefits that help me be able to afford what I eat. So Gala apples, romaine lettuce every day. Banana every day. I don't play around. Oatmeal every day. We eat to live, and the food happens to taste good. But even if it didn't, that's all I'm trying to do, because I don't believe in putting things in my body to make me feel worse. I've had headaches where I overexerted and played some basketball, and all of a sudden my head hurts. Why? Because I had too much sugar, too much grease. Of course you're going to feel like that. I can't stress it enough. What you eat is going to make the difference of how you feel physically. And as you age, it's going to be because of stuff that you put in your body. As you get fatter in the stomach and your gut and all that, it's going to be because of stuff you put in your body. Your knees go bad. You don't have a strong core. You know, you got to work on the squats and stuff like that. That'll help you with knees. That'll help you with back. You couple that with good food, you ain't going to have no back problems. Granted, as you get older, you can injure yourself more trying to do more strenuous stuff, which I'm very conscious of. But even so, how do you keep from injuring yourself? By stretching and bending your knees more. You know what I mean? I watched my mom she was rarely bending her knees, but she would have back problems. You know, but when she bent down, she bent over with her back. So what does that tell me? That tells me I got to do the opposite of that. Squats every day. You know, or at least as many as I can as I get older. Why? Because I ain't going to have no back problems if I can help it. I ain't going to have none of that. Granted, things can go wrong, get into a car accident, something like that can set you back, you know, big time. Bad fall, things happen. But as long as I'm upright, and I can do something about it, squats every day. If not every day, more than enough times a week to make it make sense. Lots of them. Thousands. Kid you not. No exaggeration. Thousands. You know what I'm saying? That way, you don't have these problems. Whatever I'm going to do in my day-to-day ain't going to be half as strenuous as the workouts I do. That's it. You know what I mean? Strength is in my legs. My boy T told me that. I never had back problems, never had knee problems, so why wouldn't I be able to do these things? Some people, genetics don't allow them to do that. You know, that's why I do it, because I mean, I'm able. I'm fortunate enough to. You know what I mean? If I had a different way to go, then it wouldn't be possible. And I respect that. All the more reason to do it. So it's like, yeah, that's how I move, man. Taking care of myself. And I want to keep these habits and make them even more habits, because at this point, I'm in this situation. Things are uncertain. I'm in a different room every 3 weeks. I'm constantly dealing with stress and not knowing when I'm going to sleep, stuff like that. And I'm still keeping these habits. So why, when I get on my feet, would I not be able to keep these habits, if not for my schedule just making me too tired to do so, which is what I'm trying to pray away from. I don't want that. I want to be able to make my money some other way and not have to do any of those things. God be the glory. It'll be a possibility somehow. But I'm telling y'all, man, I don't care what everybody else is doing. I really don't. Because at the end of the day, I know how to take care of myself. And I know why people don't take care of themselves. And it ain't because they don't know what I know. It's just because they're locked into doing what everybody else is doing. This is our culture. This is how we move. We're too busy to do anything else. We're too busy to figure it out. No, I'm not. I'm really not too busy to figure it out. And so that's what I'm trying to teach all of you guys. Let this be culture. Take care of yourself. Let that be culture. Before you turn on your phone, you know what I mean? Stretch a little bit. Or if you believe in God, meditate some. Do that before you subject yourself to what's in these phones, and teach that to your kids, so that they can have some balance in regards to what's going on, so they're not taking on the stress without first remembering that there's something inside of them that can figure some of this stuff out, man. Some of this stuff can be figured out on your own, just with a little meditation, a little bit of thought. You can get calmer and deal with whatever's coming in your day. But it's hard to do that if we just go straight into culture. Hey, it's harder to do that when you go straight into the culture and you move as they tell you to move, and then from there, you find yourself living as long as they want you to live, spending your money on what they want you to spend, and ultimately passing away when they tell you you're supposed to. I'm not rolling with that. If something happens and an event takes place, okay, fine, I'll leave the earth feeling good. But as far as me just having to get sick because I'm this age and I need to have heart problems because I'm this age, not at all. I know better. And I want all of you to know better. And if you're already in good shape, then just keep on doing what you're doing. But if you started off bad, don't think for 1 second you can't turn it around, because I started off horrible. I didn't start off bad, I started off horrible. You understand what I'm saying? Horrible. It wasn't no discipline. It wasn't no, I'm gonna eat right. It wasn't no, I'm gonna exercise. What exercise? Never. Couldn't do one push-up, not one. Had man boobs, and they were fat. And they were fat for a long time, and I'm still working them off. And at 39 years old, I do push-ups. I woke up this morning, I did 65 push-ups out the gate. After that, I did another 50, man. I just get stronger and stronger and stronger. You know what I mean? That's it. I ain't leaving myself no excuses. I didn't start at that point. Like I said, I started not being able to do one. So there ain't no feat. You just keep on doing it. You come back, you do what you can do. If you can do two, do two. You'll be able to do three when the muscle grows in. But keep doing them. You know, that kind of thing. Every time I use the restroom, number one, I'm doing push-ups. It's a habit now. It's been a habit for a couple years now. That's how I overcome that. Let that be culture. You know what I'm saying? Let that be the culture. Before you wash your hands, before you do your push-ups. See what I'm saying? We create our own culture. BDF 44, I thank you all for watching. I'm out.